I'm an Armenian who was born in Aleppo, Syria, where my grandparents arrived after the genocide, then moved to Beirut, Lebanon, and then moved to US, lived in Boston, New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco.
Sono nato in Armenia, sono cresciuto in Armenia, dal 2000 sono in Italia e vivo a Firenze.
My great-grandparents come from Van and Mush in Anatolia. They left, of course, with the catastrophe, and they established themselves in, my father in Syria, Aleppo, and my mother in Beirut in Lebanon. And then from there they wanted to settle in Beirut. But with the civil war, there was a second migration, and by chance, they ended up in Belgium.
I was invited by the Ministry of Culture of Armenia to curate the Armenian pavilion in the occasion of the 100th year of the genocide. And the subject was the artists from the diaspora, the artists who are the children, the grandchildren of the survivor of the genocide. They are all around the world. The subject was Armenity, which means being Armenian in the world. We live in different countries and we are educated in different languages, but in the same time having many things in common. So it was these 18 artists together. We had a great time. We spoke with our past, present, the future, and we discovered something that we never really had the opportunity in the past.
Armenity is this inner world that it becomes like your home in a way, because we lived all these years without our homeland, so our homeland has been internalized. So this is what Armenity means to me.
Per me Armenity, essere armeno, è una vibrazione, un ritmo spaziale che trovo in quel luogo e in quell'area geografica, che poi lo trovo nell'architettura, nella poesia, nella letteratura, nella musica, in me stesso, in tutti gli armeni, in quest'isola.
Part of my work deals with these themes of being in diaspora, but also being a migrant, being a foreigner, being the other. And of course part of that is memory, how does memory continue? How does the past live in the present? Like there's a lot of the past that still haunts the present of the Armenians. So this work references a book by Gurgen Mahari, published in 1966, in which Mahari tries to resurrect his childhood city, Van. Like my great-grandparents, he also comes from Van. So I also made another site-specific, actually, reinstallation of a work called Areg. Areg is the name of my father. It's a very early work of mine in which I have asked my father to try and remember all the people he met in his life. So for 9 minutes, my father, in the beginning very fluently, remembers a lot of names of all kinds of people he met. But you also hear silences in which he's thinking and trying to remember. So it's this balance between remembering, forgetting, which always goes together, and which you can hear here, sitting on the benches, listening to just a voice and a presence of this person.
My work is about this dedicated, or it's a gift to this poet, Tanyal Varjan, who was killed in the genocide. When I was a little child, there was commemoration of the genocide in Aleppo. My grandmother, who was an illiterate woman, held my hand and took me to this commemoration. And during the commemoration, I discovered this many poets and writers who were killed in the genocide. And then somebody went on the stage and started reading a poem of a man called Tanyal Varjan. and it was from a book called The Song of Bread, Il Canto del Pane. And when I looked at my grandmother, she was crying. So this moment of the poetry and the literature and commemoration and my grandmother's tears stayed with me as a silent contract or agreement between these things inside me. And so the work comes from here, from this story.
Quando colmasti incurante questo cuscino dei tuoi capelli
et expose la nudité de ses seins et de son cou de cygne.
In Armenia, nell'Armenia attuale sud, c'è questo luogo che si chiama Karahunj Zurazkarej, dove ci sono circa 220 pietre minher in verticale, pietre grezze, di cui circa 80 hanno questo buco che per me rappresenta una specie di porta, un luogo da dove poi guardano oltre alle stelle. Ho creato quest'opera di 12 pezzi che è un numero simbolico, è un numero che rappresenta i 12 segni zodiacali, 12 ore, 12 mesi e così via. 12 regioni dell'Armenia che sono in Turchia dove è successo tutta la strage, 12 capitali dell'Armenia e quindi ho cercato di creare un luogo magico dove il visitatore entra in comunicazione verso dentro e verso fuori, un'estroversità e introversità, un contrasto che con questa forza della natura viene contrastato con la volontà dell'uomo di aprire delle porte, visioni verso il futuro.